name is Hallie and welcome to the Royalty. And today, you're in for a treat, or apparently I am, because you were all super excited to get me to watch this. We're watching the Astartes mini movie. Not only that, we're going to be watching the Dawn of 3 trailer, and we're going to be looking at Warhammer memes. I've actually got 2 videos on that. The first one is to explain some of the Warhammer memes, and the second one is a video on Warhammer memes. So it's a bit of everything, and I hope you're all excited, because I'm excited. And I said I'd be here, and I said we'd be doing this. So, hey Florin, how are you doing? I'm gonna give people like a minute or 2 to show up, because I know a lot of people were really interested in this. And I know some people don't know what 6 PM UCT is, so I'm gonna give them just a few minutes. I know there's a few people that were really excited, and they're gonna be real mad at me if I start, hey Chaos! So I'm gonna give them a minute. I'm gonna give everyone a minute to show up, okay? I just don't want people to miss this and then get mad at me because they didn't realize I was doing it now. This is the Astartes. This is all parts. We're gonna be watching them in a row. Exactly, Florin. And you know what, Florin? Yes, you did. Let me get you in the title as well. Well, not in the title. You should be in the description as well, because you did. You did. You suggested the memes. So I'm going to edit that right now. Oh! I already did it, Florin. You are now in the title. You are now in the description. Anyone who recommends gets in the description. Hey Dan! So you're already in there. So like, you can't say anything. Okay. I'm giving them just a minute or 2. Just a minute or 2. Because there's so many people who want to see me watch this. And I don't want them to feel like they missed it because I was late. You know what I mean? So, this is their opportunity to show up and be like, hey, Liam, let's go! Just finished the Vulcan video in time for this? Yes. But I said I was gonna give people a minute to like show up because I don't want people to miss this because I know a lot of people were interested in the Astartes. So, yes. I'm very, very excited. Because everyone's been hyped, like, so many of you were like, yes, watch this. So like, I had no choice. I had no choice. Okay. They have till 10 minutes past, so there's 4 minutes left. I'm so sorry that I'm delaying this. It's only because I know a lot of people wanted to see this, and I want to say that I gave them ample opportunity to show up. So, show up. Sean isn't here who picked it, so like, don't want him to miss it. Don't want a lot of you to miss it. I want to make sure that the people who want to see it get to see it. Just one thing, the reading the start is fast, so you might want to pause it. Thank you for that. I will make sure to do so. Thank you for that, Liam. I appreciate the heads up. Yo, Sean! I said to everyone, I was like, I'm gonna wait till 10 past. Make sure everyone that wants to be here is here, because then no one can get mad at me. I see a lot of faces, but I know there's some faces missing. So I want to make sure. It's okay. Well, you recommended it. I obviously knew you were missing. We need dramatic music. We don't need the other stuff. Can you just stay dramatic, please? Also watch the Dawn of 1 and Dawn of 2. Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Can't argue with that, honestly. Okay. I'll agree. Hey TV, welcome in. I said I will do it. I said I'll do it. Alright, one sec. I'll literally add them to it right now. So y'all can't say I'm not doing it. Okay? Because I have everything in a list of when I'm gonna watch them. So I'll even add it to the list right now. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right.
Peggy's.
I've got them loaded. I did everything as promised. I took it off the screen because I had to like, I'm not getting bullied for being in light mode again. So, I did that. Okay, they have 1 minute. Oh, yay! Congratulations! How about the Space Marine 2 gameplay trailer? After the memes, the last thing I watch. Hey, you guys have 1 minute. Just went up last night. Okay. Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But they have 1 minute. 1 minute to show up. I'm a fair person. And Discord posts it as a video. I don't know why. Discord posts it as I'm posting a video even if I'm live. I don't know how to fix that. I've been trying to fix that. But, well, we'll see it together. We'll see it together. Deal? So, 1 second, 1 second. Okay. Dan Cohen, you're going in the description because you recommended part of this today. Anyone who just recommended something is going in the description. And finally, Chaos, Space Marine 2 gameplay trailer. Marine 2 gameplay trailer. And you are going in the description as well. Ah! So much stuff to do. Okay. They've had enough time. Oh, yeah, it's because it's on YouTube. It's not going to do that. Okay. That would be cool. I'd be down to do that. I'd be 100% down to do that. But it would, it's a weird way to do it. It'd be a weird way to do it. Right. Save. It would take a weird way to do it, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Okay. Someone get the demon speaking subtitles ready, Harley. Let's crash this truck. Oh, okay. Oh, Sean, yes, I have a Discord. It's not... I don't really use it for my YouTubes. It's more for my click play. I've just been owned so badly. Fuck. Okay. The Argosa uprisings have been checked. Retributor Astartes now assists the hunt for fleeing leaders of the rebellion. Ooh. Thank you. Ah. No way. Hey, did you know? Going good? How are you? Inquisitorial Rosette? Yo. Can I just say I really like that this starts with fighting. That's what I was missing from Hell's Reach. More metal forward transfer. I can't believe he drew this all himself. Hey, Marshall. Hey, Tepek. This is so cool. This feels like a game I'd really want to play. Let me know. Hey, Shaw. That's how I run. So are these the Eldar? Or like, are these the Astartes? The dudes with the psychic ability? Nice. This is why I think psychos are so cool. Thank you, Brotharius. Yo! This is so cool. I can't believe this dude made this. No wonder he got picked up by Games Workshop. That's so cool. Incredibly talented. So why did they invade? Do we find out? Yeah. So everyone should rebel. Hey, Stump, how they disapproval? The ship had human rebels on board, along with the spear, which appears to contain a warp entity. These sets of videos actually went viral and caused a big wave of new people wanting to dive into the hobby. That's so sick. Are you surprised with this video? Fuck.
Astartes.
Put it in the beasterium. What's an umbra? Yeah, true. I wouldn't do that. Okay. U-Voth? What's the U-Voth? They've all failed. They deny our touch. You must return. Who is there? You must take them we were meant to survive. Let's take the alpha. Yes. Ugh. Where are we? That's it? What's the rest of it? Wait. Yeah, like, I'm not surprised he was hired. That was fucking sick. Where's the rest of it? I want a feature-length film of this. Okay, but I want a feature-length film of this. Yet, true. Hey, Aina. And they did nothing with him? That's why. There will be more. There best had be more. It's locked behind Warhammer Plus. Go. Hayden signed something contract and not suing him. True. Making cinematic trailers, but still. I haven't seen Death and Hope. Ooh. I'd love that. I would subscribe for that. That was so good. If there was a whole series of that, I'd watch it. We'd watch it. Like, for real. 9th edition, Kill Team, Horus Heresy, Armoring of the Space Marines. Alright. Space Marine 2 gameplay trailer is next, I believe. Space Marines 2 gameplay trailer. Okay, if anyone doesn't want to see this, came out 15 hours ago. You had your time to look. If you haven't seen it, we're watching it now. Oh, okay. Honestly though, TV, it may also get me to do it. Have I seen The Last Church? I have Real the Doom. It's in my previous lives. You can actually watch it in my live section. There is a video on it. Games Workshop and their animation bands ended another projects like TTS and Death of Hope. That's upsetting. Alright, let's watch the gameplay trailer.
We are the defenders of mankind against the horrors that dwell in the darkness.
What?
While we draw breath, we stand. While we stand, we fight.
Yo, yeah.
We are are the angels of death. We are the blade drawn against the endless night. Nothing will survive our wrath.
Okay. You have my attention, sir. Wait. Is this not going to be on Steam? Hey, bro. Broski. Brohim. Brohima. Go back. Is this not going to be on Steam? Is this PlayStation only? Are you serious? All hat films? Yes. You're not trying to survive? They are. That's cool. Russian Badger did a video in the first Space Marine game. It will be on Steam. Good. Titus lost his rank. I agree. Jump Pack? That does seem cool. Honestly, Dan, it seems really cool. And I knew you'd like the tournament. Okay, next is Warhammer. So I've never seen any of the trailers. So we're actually watching all of the trailers for Dawn of War. Starting with the first one, going into the rest. Sega, really? Space Backside. Look at the orcs! It was so much more gimmicky. Welcome in, Lionel. I believe it. Normal Tuesday. Welcome in, John. Looking at that after the trailer I've just seen, like, it's so weird because, like, you can see where they came from and it's like so much more gimmicky back then, but like still really cool. Okay, next, trailer 2.
More of us are coming. This planet will be ours.
You lost this war before you started, fool.
Dead.
Primary threat spotted.
Moving into position. Neutralizing.
Take cover!
Oh, hello, ladies.
Strike from the sky, brothers! is ours, witch.
Oh.
This planet is theirs.
Is that a Tyranid swarm? I knew it! I literally learnt about those spores yesterday. Like, heck yeah. Click out to Imperial Fist versus Iron Warrior. Yes, the third one. So you've watched one, watched two. Time for three. Okay, let's go.
16.
The terrible darkness descending upon the galaxy and we shall not see it end in our lifetime. Inquisitor Kavak. Definitely got up in quality. That's
In
upsetting.
darkness, I shall be light.
This is so disappointing to hear that this is a terrible game.
In times of doubt, I shall keep faith.
A cat hose. Big walk.
In throes of rage,
Yeah, it doesn't have the
I
same.
shall hone my craft.
Hey, Kagash!
In vengeance, I shall have no mercy.
Grumper! Come on up! Get 'em, boys.
In the
Wah!
midst of battle, I shall have no fear. In the face of death, I shall have no remorse.
Everybody talking to the trench style walking! For real though. Titans are bigger. I'm upset that was a shit game. Like, y'all showed me that and that's so hype. To explain, Kagash, we've been going through. So we started with Astartes. That was super cool. I'm so upset there isn't more of that. Then we watched the new Space Marines 2 gameplay trailer. Then we went into the Dawn of War so I could see the history of the gameplay trailers. And now we're going to be watching the lore behind 40k memes so I can understand the meme video I'm going to watch next. John, I'm not surprised. FIFA Tricycle? 5. Ooh, I'll consider it. some of the lore in the Primarchs, may I recommend you check out the Amber King. You know what, dog? I've heard of that. Hey, Angelo! And I have considered that. And you know what, TB? I have considered listening to some songs related to it. But a great evening so far. Honestly, I'm getting a bass. I'm learning more. I even knew that was a Tyranid swarm in the last trailer. So I think I'm doing well. With 40k games picking up heat, they need to pay respects to the 40k game series. Games Workshop is the single biggest boost in exposure in its history. Exactly. Telerin, songs, Noosphere. Oh, guys, did you see my new channel banner? It's actually got Slanesh's symbol on the browser version. I'm just saying. But let's find out some more behind memes.
Blessed by Papa Nurgle and have begun my ascendancy into demonhood. Needless to say, my mind is not operating at peak efficiency right now. So instead of doing my normal deep dives, we're gonna deep dive something a lot more educationally fulfilling. That's right, we're deep diving Warhammer memes. And memes are great. Everybody likes memes. But do you know where your memes actually come from? I'm willing to bet there's some memes from the grim darkness of the far future that have got you believing stuff that isn't actually true. And admittedly, some of that may be my fault. From space furries, to suicidal trench fighters, to purple orcs and a Primarch who definitely didn't do anything wrong. Memes are basically an extension of a community's passion and obsession, and they're a pretty interesting snapshot into what we find endearing about such a bleak and depressing universe. And yeah, many of them are not accurate. Hell, some of them are blatantly wrong. But so what? They're fun, and everybody likes fun. The only people that get upset about the lore inaccuracy of memes are people who aggressively hate fun. Which definitely isn't you, as you clicked on a video all about Warhammer memes.
Yeah!
And you wanna know the greatest thing about 40k memes? They literally never change. The community crafted 8 jokes to rule them all several decades ago, and everything else has just been derivative of them. So let's deep dive those 8 jokes that fans tell themselves over and over again, and figure out their origins and explore their deeper meanings. Because that's how you make a joke even funnier, right? You just explain it over and over and over. Everybody likes when you have to explain a joke. Anyways, let's get into it.
Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to this week's sponsor. One of my favorite types of games has always been online.
I vibe you, but I'm not gonna promote for you. I'm so sorry, Where's Hammer? I like what you're trying to do.
And even a new Panda Live. 40,000.
Why is this so long?
Works first, as they've spawned more memes than pretty much any other faction. But we're gonna focus
so
on
close
one in
to
particular here, and it's my
Juniors.
personal
This is
favorite.
baptism.
And with that said, I have one question to ask you. Have you ever seen a purple orc?
No.
The answer is no, you have not. Stop lying. And believe it or not, there's
I said no!
why you haven't seen one. And that's because purple is the most sneaky color. You see, orcs believe that certain colors bestow upon them certain abilities and powers.
Songs by Stringhorn based on Warhammer, Month of Shame, Cadian Palace, Atrocity, Dark Imperium, Vilified, Lamenters. Ooh. Rylan's Last Stand has been recommended to me at least twice.
One of them generates a psychic field that can tend to manifest their beliefs into reality. These colors do tend to do what the orcs think they should.
Deadard, this one make the loudest boom, best, kinda stealthy. He likes to go faster. Lucky git. Okay.
Most well known of which is the color red, which orcs believe makes things go faster. Thus, the vehicles that are painted red tend to go faster than the ones that aren't. Blue represents luck, and blue orcs tend to be luckier than other orcs. Black equals toughness, yellow equals wealth and better explosions.
Question, don't orcs, listen. I'm sure that some things only work because orcs believe they work that way. Is that the same with these color beliefs?
And all orcs agree that green is the best color, so without having any kind of specific examples of what green actually does for them, they all agree that everyone can benefit from having at least a little bit of green on them. Now, here's the thing about purple. It's actually not one of the colors that canonically gives them any kind of extra ability. There has never been any mention of purple orcs anywhere in the official canon. But you see, this makes a lot of sense to the orc fans, as the reason you don't see purple orcs...
If purple ain't a stealthy color, then why you never seen a purple orc? Think
is because clearly purple is meant as a stealth color for them. Purple orcs are so damn stealthy that you can't even see them in the lore.
That's so funny.
Okay, moving on from the orcs, let's talk about the Adeptus Mechanicus's complete obsession with, of all things, toasters. Okay, personal bias showing, but the AdMech toaster memes are by far my favorite Grimdank memes in all of 40K. Like with pretty much everything on this list, it's one of those jokes that no matter how many times it gets told, it's fucking hilarious every single time. Listen, I'm a man of simple pleasures. Somebody mentions toasters and AdMech to me, I laugh. It's the joke that just keeps on giving. So if you didn't know, the Adeptus Mechanicus really likes toasters.
So that one where it was like when they see a guardsman making toast without praying to the toaster.
I mean, really likes toasters, like to an upsetting level. And according to Emperor Text-to-Speech Device, they actually have a holiday called Toaster Fucking Day. As you can imagine, it's a wonderful time of year. It's a joyous celebration of all that is good. And there's a lot of oiling of holy mechadendrites, if you get my meaning. A bunch of tech priests who have a fetish for toasters, that's hilarious in its own right. But where did this meme come from and what is it supposed to represent? So the toaster here is supposed to represent ancient technology. You see, the Mechanicum is obsessed with tech, specifically old and ancient tech from the Dark Age of technology. Considering that the Dark Age of technology was the height of humanity's power, and we were capable of some pretty ridiculous stuff back then, the Adeptus Mechanicus isn't really into innovation, preferring to rely on ancient wisdom. That's why you'll see a common pattern with them and pretty much everything they create being an ancient holy relic. And on the surface, this seems kind of silly. Like, why wouldn't you try to advance? Why wouldn't you try to make something new? But when you start diving into the older stuff, you see that what humanity was capable of in the year 25,000 and earlier was way better than anything they can come up with now. There's an episode of the show Hammer and Bolter over on Warhammer Plus that focuses on a tech priest. And it's about her journey to find a new STC, which if you don't know what those are, they're basically the blueprints for some of this old tech. And this may be a minor spoiler, but I'm going to avoid spoiling the entirety of the episode, just enough to make my point. When she does ultimately find this STC, it is revealed to be basically like the Necron's living metal. It allows their existing machines to literally repair themselves. Like the metal can actually regrow. And this is insanity. Can you imagine how powerful that would be if the Imperium just suddenly had the same abilities that the Necrons do? Like if one of their ships just got blown in half and it can just suddenly repair itself? That's how powerful the stuff from the Dark Age of technology was. The data stored on the STCs from this time are insanely valuable and highly sought after by the Mechanicum. So the toaster is used as a stand-in for this old technology. And between you and me, I 100% understand why they would use a toaster for this. It's the perfect...
Wait. Has anyone seen The Brave Little Toaster? Because, right, this is never a story I thought I'd be saying, but a very long time ago, I saw on Netflix The Brave Little Toaster, and I decided to look at it. And me and my friend came up with a voice for it, and it was like this little boy's voice. And we'd never actually watched it. We just always saw like the advert for it. And it was like, we never had it like playing. We never knew what he sounded like. But we assumed it was this little boy toaster. It's a grown-ass woman toaster. It's not a little boy. It's a grown-ass woman. And I didn't realize. Because I'd always saw the advert and I thought it was like a little boy toaster. And no, it was a grown-ass woman toaster. And I've never been more confused in my life by a toaster. Retracted that animation. Like, honestly, I was so confused. I was like, who is this woman? A grown-ass woman. Why is it the brave little toaster? She a 30 to 40-year-old woman. She's my age. Like, she ain't little. Anyway.
Machine. It's elegant yet simple, trivial yet essential. And most importantly, it can be trusted to enact its divine purpose without failure. Its design is deceptively simple, yet it's a marvel of engineering. To gaze upon the divinity of the toaster is to look backwards at simpler times, when the universe was not engulfed in the flames of war. It is to see the accumulation of all of mankind's achievements condensed down into a humble yet refined machine, wholly dedicated to a single purpose.
Hell Driller, don't worry, I'm not about what they pray to. But The Brave Little Toaster was an old kids film. And that's the one that I literally thought. I thought it was a little boy when I saw it. You're your own toaster, true. But also, Helldriller, welcome in.
And that's a purpose that its master can depend upon it to deliver with divinity and grace.
Yeah, and considering some of
You
the
may see but
fucking
a humble
toasters, they'll be
toaster,
adults.
Whereas the Mechanicus sees it as a beacon in the dark, a gateway into divine purpose of machines. The toaster is perfection made manifest. And I'm sorry, but if you look at this thing and you don't think peak divine sexiness, are you even really alive? Because that's a good ass looking toaster. I would love to slap a purity seal on that. Okay, enough sexy toasters. Let's move on. Yes, Inquisitor, this video right here. I have received about approximately 100 million variations of this comment in my time creating Warhammer content. Every single time I talk about anything that isn't Space Marines, this comment appears over and over and over again. Hell, even when I do talk about the Space Marines, depending on your perspective, you can definitely still find a reason why this comment would apply. And because of its universal usage, it's kind of the perfect joke. You see, the Inquisition is a massive organization, and they have a branch that is designed to cover pretty much every form of heresy. You see, the Ordos are broken into two major categories, Majoris and Minoris. The major Ordos are Hereticus, Malleus, and Xenos, which cover heretics, demons, and aliens. But there's a whole ton of minor Ordos as well, but we'll get into that when I make an Inquisition video.
Wait, I've had so many comments about this. I've had like literally so many comments going in, like Inquisition over here. I didn't realize it was a meme.
Now, all of the Inquisitors that the Inquisition uses are all trained in different areas, and they all have unique personalities and ways of dealing with problems. To compound on this, and don't get it twisted, I'm speaking very broadly here, there are two major categories of Inquisitor. There are Puritans and Radicals. Puritanical Inquisitors are sticklers for the rules. They adhere pretty strictly to religious and political doctrines, whereas Radical Inquisitors are definitely the ends justify the means kind of guys. In the Eisenhorn trilogy, the titular character is basically considered a radical, and at one point he literally binds a demon to himself. A Puritan Inquisitor would see this as the ultimate heresy, but to a radical, if he's using this demon to better understand and fight chaos, then it's a tool that should be utilized. So it should go without saying that the Inquisitors don't always agree with each other, and fighting and squabbling amongst themselves is definitely pretty common.
Alright, listen. Slanesh is literally in my header now, so I'm going down with this ship. Elisa one is great because he starts the series as a Puritan and slowly becomes radical over 3 books. That's cool. And they were in fact not calling for burning. It sounds like they were calling for burning.
So depending on if they're a radical or a Puritan, what ordo they happen to be working for, or even just down to their unique personalities, you could kind of make the argument that no matter what the video's topic is, there's at least one Inquisitor out there that would declare it as heresy. Is it a video about chaos? Heresy. A video on orc biology? Heresy. A video on Space Marine tactics? Well, that's definitely heresy. What if it's a video or a post praising the God Emperor? Well, you better hope you capitalize G in every single instance that God appears, because otherwise, that's a heresy. And I know what you're thinking. Wes, you read Warhammer comments all day, every day. You've seen this exact comment in some variation 10,000 times. Hasn't it gotten at least a little bit old? And the answer to that, my friend, is absolutely fucking not. It's still hilarious every single time someone says it. Moving on from the Inquisition, let's talk about the Death Corps of Krieg, and more specifically, let's talk about their absolutely iconic shovels, which turns out may be less iconic than you think. So I'm gonna be super duper honest with you. I like the Krieg, but the Guard are one of those factions who have insanely deep and complex lore. They may honestly even rival that of the Space Marines, and I've only read a couple of novels focused on them. So the Death Corps of Krieg is a faction I really don't know too much about. I've read the supplements on them, read the wiki pages, and watched lore videos on the Krieg, but to me it's just all facts on paper. Like, I really like reading the novels because it gives me a better understanding and a better feel of how all these facts fit together. And like everybody else in this community, what I think I know about something is often flavored by the memes. So I was always under the assumption that the Krieg were suicidal trench fighters that fought with shovels. And turns out, that's only partly
I had a
true.
feeling.
In doing my research for this video, I have found not a single instance of shovels being used by the Krieg in actual combat, pretty much
Entrenching
which is
tools.
making me really scratch my head because I've seen so much artwork depicting Krieg soldiers charging at Chaos Space Marines with a sharpened shovel in hand. But it turns out they use a chainsword, or the majority of the time, their actual bayonet over a shovel. That doesn't really happen in any of the lore. It's just something that the community has kind of invented. And I kind of get where it comes from. They're famous for trench warfare. And a shovel would definitely be pretty useful for digging a trench.
Yeah.
So yeah, the men of the Krieg don't fight with shovels. I'm incredibly disappointed, and my day is ruined.
My day is ruined.
The Space
The
Wolves are a
furry
bunch of
faction!
I mean, it's kind of obvious to see where this joke comes from. They're
I'm not gonna lie, before I ever knew that this was a meme, I did call them the furry faction. I will always call them the furry faction. Commissioners in Krieg, we need to retreat. You're taking too
obsessed
many
with
losses.
wolves. They ride wolves into battle, they wear wolf pelts, they've got wolf skulls hanging all over their armor. They've even got a unit called a Wolfen, which is basically a space wolf werewolf, complete with a Walmart level fursuit. But let's dive beneath the surface of this and see if there's a little bit more information here and determine whether or not they actually are furries.
I believe
so
they
there's
are.
a line in the novel 1,000 Suns that has kind of stuck around for a really long time and created an enormous amount of debate in Warhammer 40k circles. It's where Magnus the Red of the 1,000 Suns cryptically says that there are no wolves on Fenris. Which is kind of ridiculous. There's clearly wolves on Fenris. We can see them. The Space Marines are riding them into battle. But there might actually be something to this, as it's rumored that the original colonists of Fenris had wolf DNA spliced into them. This would have given them better survival chances because Fenris was a pretty harsh place. I mean, it's not called the Death World for nothing. Now, it's believed that the wolves of Fenris were descendants from these colonists. So the Space Wolf recruits that were taken from Fenris still had this wolf DNA locked deep inside them. Additionally, it is said that the genetic material used to create Leman Russ, the Primarch of the Space Wolves, had wolf-like DNA added to it. And this wolf DNA is still present in the Canis Helix. So it's not far off to say that Space Wolves do literally have the DNA of wolves in them. Now, it's well documented that the Canis Helix can sometimes make Space Wolves turn into the Wolfen. And because of this, Warhammer fans have speculated that some of the larger wolves may actually be Space Marines who have turned completely. Now, as interesting as this is, it's mostly fan speculation. We don't really have anything concrete in the lore that says this is true. So whether or not they turn into full-fledged wolves doesn't really matter. They do literally have the DNA of canines inside their genetic code. So that's check one for definitely furry confirmed.
Furry
faction.
faction.
The other more simple source of this meme is just the fact that wolves appear pretty much everywhere with Space Wolf culture. Pretty much everything has something to do with wolves, and a lot of fans kind of get mad at this because it seems like Games Workshop is trying to overwrite the Viking culture and make them way more focused on being wolves.
Space wolves actually have nothing to do with furries, are actually space Vikings.
Instead of the more 30k feel where they were definitely Vikings, so just a little bit of wolf flavoring sprinkled on top. Now, I'm gonna be honest, even since around 5th edition when the Thunderwolf Cavalry were introduced, I never really saw memes about Space Wolves being furries.
Thunderwolves are definitely furries, I'm sorry.
It seems to be kind of a newer thing from the last few years.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think this is mostly just due to the prevalence of both of these communities growing over time on the internet. And the funny thing is, if you look over at Warhammer Age of Sigmar or the Old World, there are literally beast races. There's the Skaven, the Lizardmen, and the Beastmen. They are actually armies of anthropomorphic animals. But nobody makes furry jokes at Skaven players' expense. That doesn't really happen. So why is this? Why do the Space Wolf players get called furries, but it doesn't really happen with the people who are actually playing a furry army? Now, it's my personal belief that this is a little bit of the Streisand effect. And that's where the more somebody tries to censor, cover up, or hide something, the more people start to dig deeper into it. I have seen a lot of posts from Space Wolf players basically saying that they're not fucking furries, and getting big mad whenever anybody insists that they are. And here's the thing about being on the internet. If somebody makes a joke at your expense, and you get defensive, you can expect that joke to keep coming up over and over and over. If you kind of roll with the punches and embrace it or laugh about it, then people are not really getting the reaction that they want out of you, and they tend to just kind of stop. So this is me just thinking out loud. But if somebody plays one of the beast races in Age of Sigmar, they're literally playing a race of anthropomorphic animals, and they like that. Whether or not they're a furry, it doesn't really matter. They enjoy the army for what it is, so if somebody calls it a bunch of furries, they'll be like, yeah, I mean, I guess that is literally what they are. But if you tell the big, proud Space Wolf player that his Vikings are actually furries, they have a tendency to write up a big, long response on what
No, we are proud Vikings. It's Game Workshop's fault. Don't even like the wolf stuff. They're ruining our faction with a rich history of being badass and replacing it with wolf crap. I'm not fucking furry. Stop saying that.
You're wrong, and why they don't like how Games Workshop is making them all about wolves and erasing the Viking culture and blah blah blah. Stating the obvious here, but it's obviously not all Space Wolf players that are like this. I mean, I personally play Chaos, and we have a tendency to be just as, if not a lot more whiny, but there does seem to be a pattern here. So the joke is gonna keep coming back. So in conclusion, are the Space Wolves furries? No, they're not, but the joke stems from Space Wolf players being easily offended by it. The idea that Magnus did nothing wrong is probably one of the most common debates that I've seen in the Warhammer community for a long time. And it mostly stems from a novel known as 1,000 Suns, where Magnus is seeking to warn the Emperor of his brother Horus's betrayal.
Hey, how are we doing? Is it Anik? Are you okay with Anik? If you prefer me to call you something else, don't worry. Greetings, I like Space Wolves and I'm proud of it. Be proud of it! There is nothing wrong with being a furry factionist.
And he kind of goes about doing this in the worst way imaginable and ends up flooding the Imperial Palace with a whole bunch of demons. So I'm going to be glazing over a whole lot of stuff here, but the super abridged version is that the 1,000 Suns were a legion of psychers. This was kind of their whole thing. They were all psychically gifted. But then at the Council of Nicaea, it was determined that psychic powers would be completely banned, and the librarian program would be dismantled. Magnus and the 1,000 Suns were obviously outraged by this. That's basically what they were made to do. Their entire culture and history was based around their psychic gifts. It would be like teaching a man to fly, only to clip his wings and scold him for trying to take flight. Now, it was sometime after the Council of Nicaea where Magnus would be made aware of Horus's betrayal. And seeking to warn his father before it was too late, he cast an insanely powerful spell. Now, this allowed him to astral project all the way across the galaxy to Terra, because Prospero was a pretty far distance away, and trying to get a message through normal channels could have taken too long. So Magnus's soul flew across the cosmos like a comet, desperate to reach his father and warn him of what was coming. But when he got close, he encountered a massive psychic barrier that no matter what he did, he couldn't penetrate it. Now this is when Tzeentch appeared before him and offered him the power he needed to break through. Now, Magnus didn't know what this thing was. He didn't know about Tzeentch. He had appeared to him before as a serpent, but this thing seemed like a completely different entity. Now, whatever this presence was incredibly powerful. In fact, it is said that they communicated not with words, but through power. And the astral forms that both Tzeentch and Magnus took were comprised of their psychic might.
I said this, Dan. I think he didn't intend to do anything wrong. He just made the wrong decisions. I don't think he was malicious. I think he was just wrong.
The exact dimensions of Magnus at this point aren't really known, but it is said that Tzeentch was the size of a continent. So Magnus took the Chaos God's power and broke through the barrier. When he materialized inside of the palace, he had realized what he had done. The Emperor had set that barrier up in the first place to protect Terra from the denizens of the warp. And Magnus, having broken through it, had basically just opened the floodgates. So needless to say, this went really, really badly and undid an enormous amount of the Emperor's work. Now, the ramifications of this event is not really the point of this video. We're focused on the meme. So, did Magnus do anything wrong? Proponents of Magnus say that he didn't do anything wrong, that his father had not made him aware of the dangers. More importantly, what lurked within its seas. Now, what Magnus did from his perspective was the only right decision to make. If he had waited too long or used the pre-approved methods to send his warning, it could have been intercepted, or worse, it may have arrived too late. So even though he literally broke one of Terra's main defenses against demons and let them into the Imperial Palace, many Magnus fans say that he did the best he could with the information he had. He had the right intentions, and if the Emperor had been more clear with him, this may have been avoided.
I agree with you, like father, like son, but also Horus did nothing wrong, agreed. He had the right idea.
And that's a solid argument, doing the best you can with the information you have available. Sometimes laws have to be broken for the greater good. However, in retrospect, looking at what actually happened, people on the other side of this debate will say that Magnus clearly fucked up. It wasn't just him doing what he thought was right, he was being controlled by his insanely powerful ego, that Magnus was beyond arrogant, to think that he knew better than his father, the Emperor of mankind. Magnus disobeyed not only his father, but the decision of the Council of Nicaea. And in doing so, he literally played right into Tzeentch's hands. that thinking you know better than everybody else is not a sign of altruism. It's naive and childlike, and ended up getting a lot of people killed.
Exactly,
And I think what
Dan.
makes this meme particularly interesting is that there isn't really a right answer here. You may feel really strongly one way or the other, but there's always somebody else that's gonna feel the exact opposite. So it leads to some pretty fun ethical debates. And unlike with the Space Wolves being furries, I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually be triggered or super upset by this argument. So it's one of those fun little philosophy 101 type online debates. And an S-class meme in its own right. Literally everybody hates the Tau.
I would like to say, I believe that Horace, yeah, no, true. Horace had the right idea. Magnus, well-intentioned, misbehaved. Everybody hates the Tau. I've heard y'all say this, but I don't know
Hating
why.
on the blue cowfish is probably the 40K
To know a
community's
million.
favorite pastime. And even though I personally love
Wait, don't you guys say they're basically useless? Hey, Fallen Gamer, and that they have no real effect? I do agree. I do argue Horace did nothing wrong. Kill the Emperor every day, you know? Hey, Fallen Gamer, but you know what? Hear me out. I've heard some of y'all say the funniest kind of misbehaving.
the Tau, and I think they're pretty cool. Tau hate memes will never get old. That is as long as people understand that it's a joke. There definitely are a few people in the community that kind of miss the memo on this one and think everybody else
Slaps
is being
Tau.
serious. There's definitely a lot of weird neck-beardly virtue signaling that tends to happen in Warhammer community sites, where somebody posts a picture of a Tau miniature they painted and they're really proud of it, just to have somebody comment this like 10-paragraph long rant about how they don't fit the universe and they personally don't like the Tau.
Hey,
and it's
Easter.
like, yeah, dude,
You
that's
gotta
not
do-
what this post was about, but go off.
No, you can't blame the Tau. They're lame and they don't fit in with the universe. You're also communist, but not, and also fish people and mega robots are silly, even though everyone likes anime. Shield drones are OP. Haha, lip tie go boo.
I guess. Now, if you were a person who literally knew nothing about the Tau other than what you've gathered from memes, you'd probably think that they're like the most hated faction in the entire 40K universe. But this honestly couldn't be further from the truth. The Tau are one of the most popular factions in all of 40K. If they weren't popular, they would have been removed a long time ago. Games Workshop is notorious for this. Hell, they blew up the entire old world and killed Warhammer Fantasy because sales dipped like just a little. Games Workshop has dropped model lines for far less. So if the Tau are pretty popular and they sell well, where does all the hate come from? Well, we can find a source in a few different places.
What? We gotta go get him. This is the time, if he's waking up, guys, this is the time to strike. We gotta, like, bash in the Emperor. We together, we on this? When you invite Tau into an honorable melee chat, but they blow you off the field like cowards. That's why I hate the Tau.
The first and most
Your
obvious
old
is some
world still
people
sad about
actually
it? I'm
just
sorry, my bad.
genuinely don't like them, which is something that I've always found kind of weird because if I'm being honest with you, I kind of like everything in Warhammer.
Yeah.
Even the really
Except
dumb
for the
stuff.
Emperor.
But this just kind of
Tau
comes down
bad
to personal
bottom
opinion, and I think those people are entitled to it. You know, as long
Hey,
as they're not being an
Simon, I'm
asshole
back.
about it. But the more interesting origin of Tau hate, I believe, comes from a period in 6th and 7th edition where they were
That's okay,
unbelievably overpowered. You see, I got started in Warhammer at the end of 3rd edition and the beginning of 4th, and during that time, the Tau were still pretty new. And in my experience, there really wasn't any hate for them. They had this really unique aesthetic, and it appealed to a pretty large portion of the community. And needless to say, it attracted a lot of new people to Warhammer as well. I played Warhammer up until around 6th edition, and then I quit for a few years and came back during 8th. And I think around 6th edition is when the Tau hatred really started. And now, thankfully, I never had to fight this, but apparently Taudar, which was an alliance of Tau and Eldar, was the most ridiculous thing that anybody could possibly feel. Even if you were able to beat them, it just wasn't fun, it wasn't going to be a good experience. I know around the time in 5th edition when Grey Knights were overpowered, we saw a very similar level of hatred for them. But when they eventually got toned back down, the memes sort of stopped. But this didn't happen with the Tau when they were inevitably nerfed, and I find that pretty interesting. I think it's because they were more dominant for a much longer period of time. That being said, I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. The humor that Warhammer fans tend to espouse in comment sections and stuff definitely stems from its grimdark nature. Just as long as people aren't taking it too far and they understand that at its core, it's just a joke. If you're a person who would genuinely make somebody feel bad for liking the Tau, you're an asshole. And don't get me wrong, it's fun to make fun of the Tau, it's fun to make fun of the Imperium, it's fun to make fun of everything in 40K. It's fun to accuse people of heresy and tell them that they're calling the Inquisitor.
Heretic!
Warhammer is a pretty dark universe, and thus the humor that stems from it tends to be pretty dark as well. But at the end of the day, we're a family. This is an awesome community.
We are a family.
We don't really want to make somebody feel unwelcome
This is
for
awesome.
liking something within our community. So that being said, I will never stop making fun of the Tau. I'll never stop making fun of the Space Wolves. And I don't think we need to. That's not what I'm calling for.
Yeah.
Just, you know, be cool. We're all gathered together to play make-believe generals with our toy soldiers. So could you just be cool for like a minute? So what memes do you think I missed? Is there anything that you'd like to see me cover and dive into the origins of in a future video?
Okay. So now that I've learned some of the background behind memes and found out that I actually know some of the memes, Major Kill is now going to show us some of the memes, because who else is best to show us the memes than the hentai dude?
G'day guys and gals.
G'day!
It's been a long week for me. I drank a shitload of beers for my birthday, restocked the Major Kill mini.
I missed Creed?
What do
you mean I missed Creed?
I injured my shoulder. Needless to say, I'm not looking to finish
Only
the
Will
week
does have no
game
chill.
because I've been getting banged the whole
And
week.
that guy.
So let's
Don't be that
buckle up
guy.
and rip off PewDiePie as we react and review some of the best Warhammer 40k memes around. I know these memes are the best, or at least very good.
You made toy
They're the
soldiers.
most upvoted posts in the Grimdank subreddit, which, if it wasn't immediately obvious, is the Warhammer meme sub.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Thank you for doing that.
Reddit. You should definitely consider joining them if you like Warhammer and memes, which is
That's ridiculous.
all of you.
I haven't
so,
been into check
yeah,
them
there
out.
you go. Let's
play
get
Army Men,
into
we
it.
do.
So here we are, the Grimdank subreddit. Let's have a quick look at the front page. Stop trying to kill yourself. Not a bad advice. You think you feel overworked? How do you think the death corpse of Krieg's medics feel? Yeah, fuck, fair enough. I don't know who the guy on the I don't know who the guy is on the Grimdank banner, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask who's actually there. Duncan!
Who's
to
Duncan?
be fair, Duncan like hasn't worked at Warhammer for a while, so it's like it can almost be forgiven for people not to know Duncan, because he's had enough time to leave Games Workshop and start
Cosplay
his
to
own
custodies,
paint
that's
company
funny.
and raise like $1 billion on
So the old series not the law,
Kickstarter. So
it's
look,
true.
it's actually okay at this point to not recognize Duncan. Heresy, shut the fuck up. But we're not here for this
I
front
agree.
page, you know, fucking new bullshit. We're here for the good stuff, the top of all. Fuck, all these memes are good. Damn it, we must not get distracted.
I don't
Top
know what
rank
some of these
of all
mean.
time. So I've had like 20 beers, low carb beers.
Oh, a famous
Fantasy
painter?
fans after
Okay.
getting another AAA polished game. 40k fans after getting another Crash Mobile Crab. Yeah, it is odd. It's like fantasy's like, we're ending fantasy because it makes us no money. But we're gonna make the sickest games ever based on it. But it's dead. So shut up. Yeah, honestly, like not huge on the logic there. And it is weird that 40k, like, you know, probably the cash cow making 80% of their revenue, hasn't received a good game. Like Lost Crusade wasn't a terrible game. It was pay to win as you get further in, which is a shame. But it's not like a terrible game. It's actually like I had fun with it. But it doesn't
I've
hold
never
a
tried
candle
it.
to fucking Total War Warhammer though. So yeah, it is strange that we haven't had like an amazing Warhammer 40k game. This post brought by Dawn's reading of Dark Age books. Hello, I wish I could do his voice. Hello, vegans. I'm not even gonna try because I'm just gonna embarrass myself and probably him. If pigs are so smart, you can read in your own. If pigs are so smart, why does 66% of them build houses with ineffective, stupid materials?
What?
I don't know, is that funny to you
I'm
guys?
so
It's not that funny to
confused.
me. I don't know, maybe I'm grumpy. My parents at age 27, let's have a baby. Yes, me at age 27. Today I'm going to argue about obscure Warhammer lore with strangers on the
Yeah,
internet.
that's us.
That's pretty much my job. I'm not 27, but I'm
Look, I know
actually
the Three
not
Little
too far
Pigs, I
off
just
it.
don't get what that had to do with it.
I hope this hasn't been done before, OC. You can't do it freehand. I can and I will. This isn't a time for showing off strange. I'm actually fucking blown away by people that paint freehand stuff. Now, anyone that paints freehand good is worthy of something. A PSA for the more unsavory parts of the community.
Oh,
when we did this
okay.
5 months ago, yeah. That timeline lines up. Shut the fuck up. A fandom without gatekeepers is a oh yeah, okay. So it was a pro gatekeeping thing when everyone was gatekeeping.
Shut the
and
fuck
their
up,
thing
we
was, "Shut the
collect
fuck
toy
up, We
shoulders."
collect toy soldiers. I
We
think
do
that's a
that.
point that a lot of people forget. It's like, you can't, like, you can get annoyed about stuff. You really can't get that mad because at the end of the day, we're painting fucking toy soldiers, plastic with guns and aliens and shit. There's like, sometimes we need to chill the fuck out. Like, passion for a hobby's great, and I, as you know, I have like.
Is there any Slanesh figures that I can
But at the end of the
paint?
day, if you're like to someone, you know what? Fuck you.
Or
It's
Emperor
like,
Children, I'd do both.
it's literally this. This is what you're fighting over. Not this, because this is not Warhammer. You know, it's not. It's Battle Mace, but this is what you're fighting over. Chill the fuck out. I always have these great ideas, and then they never turn out the way I want.
Both.
My model is grey plastic. My model after I prime it. My model after I paint it. Yeah, I find this one a little bit relatable. Fuck. Pug for the pug god.
Oh.
See, people shit on 3D printing and then it produces absolute gems like this. Like, no. This defeats any argument against 3D printing.
Fine.
Return of the King, when was this? 2 years ago. Oh yeah, this is when Astartes got hacked. I can't believe Astartes got hacked. Like, out of every channel ever, the one that I got hacked as well, at the same time as him actually.
Oh fuck.
I cannot believe that happened. That could have been terrible. But yeah, they're back. War Hamster Horus deployed on Istvan 5. Oh, oh, that's cute. Imagine being the word bearer. Imagine being that word bearer, like you've been alive for 10,000 years, are a literal champion of chaos, and some fucking titanium bald Elysian comes charging you, screaming his fucking lungs off, holding a fucking primed melter grenade.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that would suck. Yeah, even look at his face. He's just like, fuck. He's like, why? No, it looks like I've already liked this one. It's shoveling time. Wait, you really thought that you were a bioenhanced human walking tank touched by the ruinous powers? I wouldn't charge straight at you with my shovel. Think, heretic, think. The guardsman's new groove. Uh-oh. Don't tell me we're about to be overrun by demons. Yep. If they don't kill us, the Inquisition will. Taint of chaos and all that. Most likely. Bring it on. Yeah. Look, I know it's kind of overused, but I am a fan of the whole, like, suicidal deathcore of Krieg. Like, they are pretty suicidal. Like, watch my Siege of Vrax video.
Being clapped by Hueys.
Take a special kind of suicidal do it. Ooh, here's
Wait, what?
the Grimdank
Why did you miss the Slanesh one?
In protest over basically TTS, blah blah blah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I think it was good. GW needed to know that we were mad. Eldar can consider humans under-evolved monkeys unworthy of their attention, but still can be concerned about Space Marines for roughly the same reason you'd be concerned if a gorilla in full plate bursts into your apartment waving a shotgun around. Yeah. It's not really a meme. I don't know, am I like hard to please?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I'm not getting some of these.
In my opinion. Some of y'all need to hear this, something I voted. The Total War gameplay formula does not fit 40k, stop asking for it. Yes, it doesn't. Like, Warhammer deserves, you know, a Dawn of War 4 made by a competent company, or we deserve our equivalent of Total War, but 40k and Total War just, it doesn't gel. It like doesn't make any fucking sense. I cannot imagine, you know, a pitch battle.
I appreciate
it's like a squad of what, like
kill.
30 Space Marines, and then you've got a squad of 200 guardsmen. They just shoot each other. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Ironically, the game that actually works for me that I like most with Warhammer is like a Men of War Assault Squad 2 mod for Warhammer. Like, that makes sense to me. Like, when I watch gameplay of that and cinematics of that, that seems like a great Warhammer formula, like a 40k formula.
Okay.
Not Total War. It doesn't work.
Isn't this a
Age
memes
of
video,
Sigmar?
bro?
Maybe. 40k? No. Return to Necron. Oh, this guy fucking makes great comic strips. Just saying, whenever you see something drawn like this, it's good content. This guy's a legend. Fuck, where's his name? M. Whatnot. M. Whatnot? Love your work, mate. Most of our demons are Necron shaped. What? The Necron-tier race predates all other species, with the exception of the old ones who likely look nothing like them. So the original Necron-tier form, upright bipedal with heads, 2 arms, 2 legs, must have copied or co-opted by the old ones to create their highly psychic mortal servant species, like the Orcs, Eldar, and others. The same species who stirred the warp for millions of years,
I was
leading
hoping
to a
that this
feedback
would help
loop
me
of
understand
warp
more.
demons taking on similar forms to them, as that's how emotions expect them to look. Korn, what the fuck are you talking about? It's good. He makes good memes. 40k in a nutshell. Yeah. Warhammer 40k.jpg. Was gonna question that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much. It's a nice blend. I'm not complaining. Me explaining the lore of all my minis and what each of the characters is from. My girlfriend asking which is the horse from the Horse Heresy.
Hey!
Oh, dude, explaining Warhammer to girls. I've done it a few times.
Fuck you, Major Kill!
Mixed results. Yeah.
Fuck you!
Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Yes, blood for the blood god and all, but when you think about it, why would the blood god want blood? I mean, they're the blood god. Presumably, they already have blood. You're giving them the one thing that by definition, they already have in great supply. And he says, I didn't think you'd end up being the blood god by saying, yeah,
that seems like a reasonable
amount of blood. That is, yeah, I like these kind of memes. They make me
That
laugh.
one was funny.
Don't fuck with the Tau fans. Seriously, please, don't just leave us alone already.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, this is taken from that Vader comic. You are surrounded. All I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men. Dude, Custodes, shit on everyone. I love Custodes so fucking much. I'm not gay, but if a Custodes was like bend over in the name of the Emperor, I'd be like, in the name of the Emperor. I had no idea it would be so detailed. Enjoying reading Warhammer lore for the first time, noticing the scroll bar has a yeah, this is how I fucking feel when I'm like researching for a video.
Like honestly,
doing research from the wiki, you're like, oh, this character seems interesting, and you're reading for half an hour, absorbing info, and then you look at the scroll bar and you're like, oh, fuck, and you know it's just gonna be a long day. Love 3D printing Warhammer or hate it? We can all agree that they make great names to avoid copyright, what do they call it? Kitten Stealthy Waifu. That is a fucking good looking model though. Yeah, no, that's it. Like, people don't seem to understand that, like, Games Workshop don't own fucking having a vagina on your forehead. Games Workshop don't own, like, plasma guns and fucking hectic ponytails. You know what I mean? Like, they don't...
No worries, TV.
It's...
Wait, what are you eating? You legally have to tell me. Have you met Kitten? No. Convert your old toys to orc vehicles and weapons? That's a good plan. Shadow Sun, that's kind of a spoiler.
So hard to copyright all that shit. So, but what they do own is the names. So if you want to make models, just call them things that don't, like, infringe trademark and copyright, like Shark Daddy or Chaotic Marine, you know? Just random examples I just thought of on the fly. All right, so we've looked at some pretty grim
that's
dank
gonna be
memes,
at the end of this
but
week.
there are actually quite a few memes about me out there, so I thought we'd quickly check them out, react to them, review them, and maybe cry, maybe laugh. POV, Magical heard you say that Warhammer is for fat nerds. I heard bitches talking some heresy. That cosplay shit was a lot of fun. I want to do something like this in the future, like maybe more ladies, more titties. I think that's a good balance. I love this dude.
Titties.
Oh, thank you, Celios Melith. And what was the original post? Magical's awesome Custodes cosplay. Honestly, one of the most committed creators I've seen. Oh, that's very wholesome.
Aww.
And sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators of Warhammer 40k. Moderators remove posts for a variety of reasons, including keeping communities safe, civil, and true to their purpose.
Aww.
What the fuck? What do you mean? Sorry, is this not Warhammer 40k?
One day,
honestly,
I'll have a
moderators
post
in most
in there.
subreddits just have a fat stick up
Like,
their
I'll
fucking
start a
ass,
post
especially
and just
these
be like,
guys.
hi.
Like, I think these guys have a
I don't know what
vendetta
I'll
against me. I
write,
remember
but
there
I'll
used to be a
write
bot.
something.
It was either this subreddit or maybe it was 40k lore, but anytime
worries,
you
good
like
luck,
typed in like
Sean.
lore YouTuber or some shit
Thank
like
you for
that,
the
it would come up with a list. It'd be like, brrr, it would give you like 20 lore creators, and there was like 40k theories, Voldemort and stuff, but then there was like obscure channels that no one has ever heard of, and they refused to put me down. It was like, I don't know, it's like if you say fuck, it's like people are like, oh my god. It's like, grow up. How old are you? It's a fucking word. Get the fuck over
Cosplayers
it.
slash
I love
demon.
them all, but some more than others.
I'd probably
this
do
might
that.
be wholesome. Alpha Buzzer, Cody Bonds. Cody Bonds actually not a bad channel. Telling the lore while making high quality jokes. Same 5 retarded jokes.
I don't like that word.
They're not wrong. I don't know why I like him, I just do. Oh, this is my favorite lore channel, Major Kill. Oh.
I'm gonna literally go on there and be like, has anyone thought about killing the Emperor?
Warhammer hentai. Yeah, this is it's funny because it's true, this meme. I honestly don't have any issues with these videos. People saying Magical's videos are a bit too much and that these humor is overplayed. Me, well, I thought it was funny. No, that's it. Like, people find different things funny, and you should never police someone on what they find funny. Even
Dylan,
if it's
I'm
something
gonna.
that you think is fucked. Like, if they
Should we
wanna
do
laugh
it?
and they're not hurting anyone and they're not trying to force their humor on anyone else, it's just like, let them laugh. Who cares? The world
What's
needs
the
as many
main
laughs as it can get.
W40K?
This was the big meme, actually. This was like, this
Reddit.
was the meme. I know you're out there, Major Kill. Yeah. Want to learn 40k lore? Watch Major Kill if you have ADHD. Watch Loot No 9 if you have a decent attention span. Stay away from this one.
Oh, yeah, I'd watch that. We can watch that after
Yeah,
this.
fuck. That's the, oh, and it was 96% upvoted. Dude, I honestly, like, I would rather not have a lore channel and have never had a lore channel than have, like, a dead one. I don't know. That's just... This was actually the meme when I learnt about this one. This is when I was like, it wasn't when I hit like 100k subs where I was like, oh, I've made it, or 200k, or even 250,000 that we're about to hit. It was when I saw this meme get like 10,000 upvotes and I'm like, hey, maybe I am a person in the community. Like, this is when I knew I made it. There you have it, guys and gals. Some of the
Next
best
heard you happy,
Warhammer
Dan? She hasn't heard Voldemort's voice yet? I've not. What about the Horus Heresy trailer? Y'all, you're lucky I've not been on that long today, so I've got time. Awakening. But yeah, someone tell me what the... Awakening... and trailer... Is this it? No. How? Where will I find it? I'll watch both. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Don't disturb the darkness deep beneath your feet, or you'll wake them up. The ones who are cold, ancient, those who cannot bleed. I wish I could voice one of these.
We are here, Tech Priest.
I think I'd, like, if I went really British, I'd do well. Like, old woman British.
Ramniel, my apologies. Are they truly awakening?
Thank you, Mikos.
The space around us is enormous. My senses cannot reach its end. It is confusing.
The energy spikes that have been disrupting our networks. Their typical frequencies pulsing through this world's crest. It is most assuredly an awakening.
The technology is ancient and yet incredible.
I suggest a small strike team composed of your very best. Are men ready for such a task? Strike team to Vanguard. We move out. This is a trap.
This is a fight we can't win.
Stand fast. Never forget. Never forgive.
From what I've learned, the Imperial is like the
And
least
what then,
interesting
priest?
part of this.
When we reach the tomb, then it is up to you, Captain. Who knows what awaits you in that forsaken place?
Like, I love all y'all, but like, the Imperium has been the least interesting thing of the entire Warhammer world. Like, I've been more interested by absolutely everything else. Alright, Horus Heresy trailer. We're working on it, Marshall. We're gonna workshop it.
fated to unleash my legions.
Death of Hope. Hey, Carlos.
Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will!
Your toaster is Horus!
So let it be war!
That's what I said, Dylan.
From the skies of terror to the galactic rim.
Okay, I'll be down. Streamers right now, what do you mean? We're like an hour and a half
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood. I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Yeah. That's very cool. That's very cool. What was this for? Was this an actual like game or what? What was next? Death of Hope. So what's the deal with the Death of Hope trailer then? Because I'm hearing two different things. Did I just get advertised my own stream? Wait. That's me. Hello guys! We made it! We're getting advertised to ourselves, but nice. Right. Since the battle at Calth, the sons of Angron and Loga launched into a bloody crusade through the eastern galaxy, carving their way through the 500 worlds of Ultramar, so continues the Death of Hope. Okay, I'm down. Death.
They will answer for this.
All the fan animations are fucking amazing. I've not seen a bad one, honestly. They did not.
These traitors know no bounds.
They were my brothers, but no longer.
Don't let them kill my baby!
I heard about the World Cup.
Your fight is with
Let's go to Doom.
War Dog! Come on then, Gilliman's little curs!
Take me from my home, and I will sail to the stars of your empire. I will serve as a son must serve. But
I
let
get you,
Kulkis
Kaz.
stand as I have shaped it.
Hey,
A
Draka.
planet of
Droxa.
peace and prosperity.
I will kill you where you stand.
Shut up, Logo.
Loyalist scum. Come, meet your death, cousins. Come, meet your death, cousins. From Emanatus. Rise. This heresy!
Solid choice. You actually like this more than Astartes? I really wish it would have continued. There is a Death of Hope trailer too, so I'm gonna watch it anyway. This was made by one guy. It's really cool.
You say you can picture it. I don't believe you.
Can I just say, I would love to voice something in Warhammer. If anyone ever sees this and you're doing a Warhammer project and you need some bitch with a British accent, hit me up. I'd do it. Like, holler at your girl.
The heavens
It is.
rained fire, and with it delivered to us the 13th. Warrior kings of Ultramar, slaughtering innocents. All that remains is but ash. False angels.
I could have done this voice, you know? Yeah, exactly. Upsetting. Games Workshop, use me. I'll do voice for something. Do you need a British chick? Everyone could use a British chick, come on.
As the seas boiled and the earth burned, my faith didn't die. It is the moment I began to believe. God was real.
Yeah, exactly. That's in love with Slanesh.
And he hated us.
Have you ever thought about making Slanesh British, Games Workshop? Hear me out. Hear me out. Have you ever thought about making Slanesh British? Hit me up. He's up on that, you can't really blame them for letting people run wild, yeah. Just saying, John.
Amidst the system-wide
That would
war
be so good.
storms, you've managed to reach us.
I'd fucking cry.
The status of your flotilla will be sent to our tech priests.
I'm already trying to become the voice of Pikachu, so this is no different. I'm just saying, like, I think I could do a good Slanesh voice, and I'm already trying to become the voice of Pikachu, so, like, it give me something else to do.
If I may ask, the damages to your flotilla, what was it you fought? They razed Monarchia to the ground. Humbled our legion. We are here to return the favor.
awake us in the darkness.
Stuck with him.
The realm of the 500 shall burn.
Yeah, true.
Horus is rising.
Hope didn't die that day. Yeah, true. It looked good, it looked good. I'm sad that that's gone. I'm very sad that that's gone. Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, I have a question. What is the main Reddit for Warhammer? Because I don't think I'm on it. To be honest, I don't use Reddit that much. I have a Reddit, and I have a subreddit, but like, only because I can. It's mostly for people to post random shit. It's usually pasta. People post a lot of pasta in there. Yeah, but what's the main, like, 40k subreddit? Okay. So there is, like, just the Warhammer 40k. There is Grimdank. There seems to be a lot of them. Okay. Okay. Can, okay. Should I, you know what? There's a weekly Q&A and discussion thread. Do people post on this? They do. I'm gonna post something. I'm gonna post something. No, I'm gonna post something on one sec. We'll kind of, yeah, I'm on the Warhammer 40k stuff. Right, one sec. I'm gonna just let you guys see. So I'm on the Reddit, and I'm literally just gonna post. So can we all discuss, like, the realities of killing the Emperor? And why, realistically, in the long run, the world would regret it. Oh, here we go! I want you guys to comment! I 100% want you guys to comment. I want you guys to respond to this. Because, like, I'm gonna get flayed alive. So, like, y'all need to, like... I told you I don't really use this account. I've got, like, 59 comment. And why realistically in the long run the world will be better without the humans in the world. Just my thoughts. Slanesh for life. Alright, I did it. That will be fun. I just thought I'd drop the message, you know what I mean? I just thought I'd drop the message. Carlos, I'm gonna try. The people dogpiling, to be honest. You know what? Come dogpile me then. Yo, like, I'm down for killing the Emperor. You guys know this. It's been the same. I've always been very honest about who I am. You're gonna be turned into new Demon Chan. What's Demon Chan? Alright, you gotta tell me what that is. Y'all told me to ask. As a cute baby with a power sword. Well, this is what I'm gonna go into, Carlos. So once we've discussed the realities of killing the Emperor, you're gonna beg? I'm like sat here like there's gonna be Traitor Chan. Lauren! Oh, come on. Come on. Right, Traitor Chan, is that the last thing I'm gonna look up today? I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm gonna get my ass, like, flooded. Aren't I? I don't think anyone will respond to this. I don't think anyone's gonna respond to this. It's 2 days old, the thread. Right, Traitor Chan. Traitor Chan. Okay. What is it? What's Traitor Chan? Do I have to look up something more specific? Actually, yeah, I do. They may think it's not bait though. That's literally like if they look, takes 2 seconds to look at me. Just put 40k at the end. All right. Right. Wait. What does this mean? What are we looking at? There are vids. So what are these? You look it up? Okay. I'm gonna need a specific thing. Yeah, it's referencing the tabletop, it seems. No one seems to care about killing the Emperor. No one seems to care, it's fine. We got away with it. String Storm. Which one is it? Is it Months of Shame? I'll try doing it like that. Traitor / Chaos Chan. Okay. Where is it? Ah! Some guys writing 698,000 pages. Which one? Is it this one? The Leagues Arrive? Or is it the Serpent Fleet? Atrocity, Faultless. Which one is it? Kagash. Take a chaos one? Still a bot though. Artemis, this was hours ago. I said it was 6. I'm so sorry. Yes, you did. I might be making a YouTube short of the reaction though. I don't know. I'm undecided. Wait, it's the ones with what in it? Idol? Okay, you're gonna have to link me at some point. You're gonna have to link me. You're gonna have to link me. I put UCT 6 p.m. But I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Anime Girls 40k style, nice. Subgenre of dubstep called Slanesh dubstep. Oh, hello. All of these? What? I'll give you one last chance. Alright. Don't forget to reply to me on Reddit so that people know I'm being legit. They're gonna think I'm trolling, but I'm not trolling. So you guys have got to like tell them I'm not trolling. It's literally Friday night. You guys did this. You guys put this on. Everyone's dancing now. We even got the rave lights on. I'm literally a Slanesh fan. There is no... Right. We cannot get any more heretical. We may as well dance. Okay, that's fine. This is the sacred challenge. What do you mean? Courtney, Slaney, and Nana and Talbala. Okay. Get the flamer, the heavy flamer. I am a heavy flamer. That was fun. Alright, what's next on here?
As expected. Still a great song your idol did, Corn. It may be my pleasure to have my chosen champion go next.
Harry's
Sorry
trying
to
to
interrupt you, love, but I'm afraid to insist that ladies must go first.
Let's
But
go.
I went first.
Yes. Now, as for the venue, allow me to escort you gentlemen to someplace special.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What?
We're here!
Good lord, where the ungodly fuck did you take us?
Lovely place, isn't it?
Why does everything smell like bleach and raw fish? I knew it. I fucking
Where do
knew
we
it.
go?
Oh, come now. It's not that bad once you get to the smell and the sound of constant gurgling and moaning.
Just start already!
Contain your excitement, Corn. Now, go on, darling. Sing for Mommy and, oh, Daddy.
Hi. I'll call her whatever she likes. I'll sing for her. I'm waiting for this to drop. This best be a good drop.
Calling all them bad bitches out there. We're the baddest in the club, so what you gonna say? That you want a piece of this? Well, you have no say. I won't make the rules, so respect them, you will follow all my needs, all my wants, and they go as follow. Put your hands on my thighs, grab my hair and pull it tight. Squeeze my ass.
This is fucking fire!
See if it'll fit. Look at me, and then you'll see all the deepest pleasures running deep in me. But you can't forget that you're a toy to me. So you let's both release. Don't look away, I'm here to stay. Let me hear all the sweet noises I know you can make. I hear buddy pressing harder.
Oh my god.
Let me hear, just be there. Call me slow for all I care. Tie me up, fuck me good on the bed, on the counter, in the car, in the bar, and the list goes on and on.
This shit is fire!
Feel me, fuck me, choke me, hit me, whip me, burn me, bite me, spank me, burn me, cuff me, pinch me, shock me, lick me, coursing through my veins. I feel the pain.
Yeah, sure. This is actually fire though, I don't care. What a way for us to fucking end. That was
Why,
fucking
what a
good.
wonderful performance. She really did take after me. Tell me, what did you guys think?
Take us back! Take us back!
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Hold on to your butts.
That was so fucking good. Alright, Kagash, you have been forgiven for how long that took to find. Yo! Alright, don't lie. Don't lie, you had a good time. No, what a future Celestial view is gonna pull up on YouTube. It's true. It's true. But admit you all had a good time. That was like so fun. I really enjoyed looking at some of the fan trailers and on no, that's one of the most fun streams. Astartes, we learned about memes, we watched so many trailers, we watched the new Space Marine trailer. If you haven't seen the new Space Marine trailer, like go to the beginning. For the Emperor, maybe. Considering. Go to Reddit, tell them I'm for real and that I actually want to have that discussion. Because they're gonna think I'm trolling, but I'm not. Thank you all for coming today. I am proud of you for getting through today. I'm even more proud of you for getting through tomorrow. Ad Wiedersehen, arrivederci, gute Schudders, alle luego. Peace! Tomorrow's the Emperor does TTS! Same time. Come on. Come on, you guys know the drill by now. Turn up on time. I'll wait 10 minutes. That's all you're getting. But we're doing it.